He had an idea he couldn't stop thinking about. It felt like the one. The thing that would finally work. He could already see it finished, perfect, in his head. Other people relaxed on their weekends. He had something better to do. So he started building, nights, weekends, every spare hour. He told himself it would all be worth it. The weeks turned into months without him really noticing. The tools slowly took shape, one careful piece at a time. It got cleaner, smarter. He was genuinely proud of it. He was sure the world just hadn't seen it yet. He imagined the messages he'd get, the thank yous, the first real users. Then, one quiet evening, he finally put it out into the world, and he waited. The first day he checked the screen every few minutes. Nothing. He told himself it was early. These things take time. So he went back in. Surely it just needed one more feature. He added the feature. Then another. Then another. He polished corners that nobody would ever even see. And still, week after week, the numbers barely moved. The handful of people tried it. Almost none of them came back. He refreshed the page like it might say something different this time. It never did. He started feeling something he really didn't want to name. Maybe the thing he poured a whole year into, nobody actually wanted. It's a strange kind of grief. Mourning something that never even failed loudly. It just sat there. Quiet. Finished. And completely ignored. For weeks, he couldn't make himself let it go. He kept it on life support. One more idea, one more fix, one more push. Telling himself the next change would be the one that turned it all around. But somewhere underneath he already knew the truth. One night he finally stopped, and he let himself be honest. He had built the whole thing for himself, not for a real person with a real problem, in the real world. He'd never once asked anyone if they even wanted it. He just assumed they would. And that quiet little assumption had cost him a year. So he made the hardest decision a builder ever makes. He let it go. No announcement, no goodbye. He just quietly closed it down. He braced himself to feel like a failure. Instead, the very first thing he felt was lighter. The weight of pretending it was working had finally lifted off him. And in the quiet after, for the first time in a long time, he could see clearly. The year wasn't wasted. It just wasn't the product. It was the lesson. The most expensive, most important lesson he would ever learn. He taught himself how to build. He just never learned who he was building for. So the next time, he did the opposite of everything he'd done before. Before he wrote a single line, he found one real person and asked, "What actually makes your day harder?" And then, for once, he just listened. He didn't pitch, he didn't assume, he just paid attention. He heard the same small frustration from one person, then another. Then a third. It was real, it was small, and it was nothing like what he'd spent a year building. Only then, knowing it was actually wanted, did he open his laptop again. Smaller this time, one screen, one real problem, one real person in mind. He built it in a fraction of the time, because this time he wasn't guessing. When it was ready, he didn't agonize. He just shared it with the people he'd talked to. And this time, a message came back. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. It was a small thing, but it was a small thing somebody actually wanted. And that changed everything about how he built from then on. The thing nobody wanted had taught him how to build the thing that mattered. He never did tell anyone about the project he'd buried, but he carried the lesson into everything that came after it. Every maker has one, a thing they poured themselves into that the world quietly ignored. It's not the failure that defines you, it's what you choose to carry out of it. He stopped building for the version of himself that wanted to look impressive, and started building for the person on the other side who actually needed help. Quieter work, smaller launches, real people. It suited him. He wasn't chasing the dream anymore, he was just trying to be useful. And somehow, that turned out to be the thing that finally worked. Not loud, not viral, just real, and quietly his. The project nobody wanted was never really a waste. It was just the long, honest way of learning, the only thing that matters.